Hello guys, this is S. Nikhil from 8th. Good evening to my dear friends and teachers. So we have recently learned about migration. So the types of migration and impacts of social economical structure and of economical base in migration is said by my friends BDP Manas and Hasan. Today my topic is causes of brain drain in migration. So what is causes of brain drain? The causes of brain drain is also known as the high human capital flight from high house country under the various push and pull factors. So it means that the people migrate from one country from their home country to their other countries. So now we learn about what is pull and push factor. So what is push and pull factor? So pull factors are the attractive advantages that lure the high competent individuals to foreign destinations. It means that the people were pulled to for great education and higher standards of living. They are moved to other countries. This is known as the pull factors. And what is push factor? Push factors are the conditions that include movements from home country to another country. The people were push factors shows that the people are moved and pushed to the other countries because of some loss of utilizers and facilities. Now we learn about the differences of utilizers and facilities. So, yeah. Yeah. So what is pull factor? The first point under pull factor is high paying jobs. The people were pulled to other countries because of high paying jobs. High paying job means people because of very more money to gain more money in the foreign countries, they move from this place. And stiff competition in the gain employment. This shows the pull factor shows the stiff competition in the gain employment. It means the people move because of more competition to push to other countries on the onside. The prestige of working or getting educated in a world-class organization or institute means the parents and the people who are so prestigious means they are so happy that they are more than the other people and studying in the foreign countries or in a world-class organization or institute. So in push factor, it shows that the second point shows that the poor research facilities. It shows there are no research means there are no labs for doing many research on the other inventions that are made in our country. And in pull factor, it shows the stable government policies. It means the people in the foreign countries, the government shows a very unique and stable government policies. And in the pull factor, it shows the poor economical development. It means in some countries the people think like that the money is very low and the development of economic is very less. And under the pull factor, there is another point that intellectual freedom. In the pull factor, in the foreign countries, the people will feel free, and they can do what they can do in the country. And push factor shows that the poor working conditions, long hours of work, less benefits or less wages. It means that poor working conditions because in the some offices the people will work more and more time and they get less money and less high, and they will be with less they will live in a less rent house and with one room. And this shows our next point that modernize the education system. In foreign countries, we can see that the modernized education system means that people will get so many policies for their education, and it shows that the people with high standards of living and very good education. And here we can see under the push factor, here there is a limited career of options, leave people with less choice in their life. Limited career options. The people who study more also they get limited options for their career settlement, and so they will have less choices in their life. And here it shows the better economical standards. Here it means that better economical standards means the people who move to the foreign countries, they get a more money for their job. And the last point under the push factor is also like the poor intellectuals simultaneous equal, especially when the intellectual needs are not being met in the absence of some other things. Means the people are very the people who are having less money in their jobs also will be so sad, and they do overtimes also they need not get any more money for their work. So now we are going to the next slide under causes of brain drain, and it shows us uh, so what is the cause of brain drain in India. This is the number one part, the first part of this causes of brain drain in India. So it shows there are varieties of factors like economic, social, and political factors influence the brain drain process. It means there are many economical issues and social issues and political factors issues. So under economics, we can see that the lack of employment in the home country means in India there are no employment, lack of employment means less offices and less utilizers of job. There are very less in their home country. And under social, it is the marriage. Marriage means the people will be getting the people who doesn't know about the rules of the government, they will be getting married. The girls will be getting married before the age of the married age. Political, it is the lack of security. The people will be in some other countries. The people will come to the country and kill the army people or the society people who are living near to the army, and they will control the people. So this shows the lack of this shows the people who are unsecured. So this shows the lack of security. And under economics, we can see another one: high incoming jobs which better benefits in abroad. In other foreign countries, we can see that the people who are getting more jobs in their income and more benefits for their working. And under social, we can see that education. Education in foreign countries, we can get a very good education for get and very nice English for them. But in our country, for the government is not only giving no English schools for the government schools, and the poor people are not able to get any education for their lives. And so we are going to the next cause of brain drain in India, number 2. So now we can see the country-wide data of number of students that left their home countries from the higher standards for the foreign locations. It means that the country-wise, the data, if we take the data of the social economic, the total economics, the people will be moving, the students, the engaged students like from 20 years to 30 years will be moving from one place, from their home country to the foreign countries because of poor education in the end, no good colleges. We can see that the 4 countries under it. So it is India. The immigrant students per year is 1,53,300 immigrant students per year. Every year there will be maximum 1,53,000 people, 300 people will be moving out from the India. And Republic of Korea, it shows that 5,300 people will be emigrating from the every year. So and we can see that the Republic of China, it shows 4,21,100 people will emigrate from per year, and in China there will be 54,500 immigrant students per year. In this we can see that India is the highest top one with a high immigrants per year with 1,53,300 people. Now we are going to the third cause of India, causes of brain drain in India. So because of the push factors can be understood for the following figures that show a comparison between residence permit to the India to the total residency permit issued in 2002. So it shows that the works in India of Indians in 2010 and of Indians or total percentage and total union in 2010. So the work highly skilled workers. Now we are going to learn about the highly skilled workers in India. There will be in 2010 there are only 1,852 people, and the percentage of Indians is 31%, 31.5%, and the total unit in 2000 total all over the world it's only 40,786 people. And researchers in India 2000 in India of Indians 2010 there are 72 people and the percentage is 10.909%, and the total all over the world the people are 7 70 70,172 people. And the total permits, the who are permitted to move to the other countries, from Indians are 73.73%, 73,847, and the percentage is 9.14 percentage. The total union 2010 is 8 lakhs 7,762 people. So now we are going to learn about the negatives of this impacts of brain drain. So the first point under this negative impacts of brain drain is the direct impact drain in a huge economical loss for the country that the immigrants live. So this shows that the people directly move from one drain in an economical loss for the country that the immigrants live. And it shows that the next point shows that the loss of skilled workers and professionals that carry to the critical health and educational service is the outcome of the brain. So it shows that because of the people who are very skilled and high professional, but they are moving from this country to the another country and for the very good standards of health and education services. So we are going to the next point. It is the potential features and reduced in the number due to the lack of opportunities in the home country. It shows that the potential factors in the number of people in the country of our home country, where the people are because of the very less opportunities for the jobs and some other after their education is less in our home countries. So now we are going to the positives of brain drain. So the positive is for the first point and the positive brain drain is the nation's benefit for the brain drain too. The skills are and experts the migrants learn foreign countries may be benefits for their home. Means this shows the national benefits of the brain drain and also the for the less opportunities also in the there will be the less opportunities in the foreign countries also. It may be benefit for their home countries, and this shows that the next point. The next point is for this is sometimes the migrants may send back the earnings to their own country for various reasons, which in the turn may contribute the economical growth in the country. And sometimes the people who work in the foreign countries send their earning to the home country for various reasons, like for their parents' education, for their parents' living, or their children's living, everything. And so this may contribute the economical growth in India also. So next one is some forms of brain drain also can also be beneficial for the country of origin. The population is sending the countries to the first more education means it shows that brain drain has many benefits because the people who move to the other countries, the people who leave their wives or their children or their parents, or so the children they can gain a good knowledge, and the government is trying to get a good knowledge for the children who are very poor and free education. And we can see that the returning of the earning of the to the home countries is also known as remittance. Remittance means we can learn a new word that is remittance. Remittance means giving the money to the home country is known as remittance. Remittance for Mexico in 2011 was $24 billion, and for Philippines was 34 billion dollars of 34 billion. countries have developed a policy of funding the education of their meritorious students. This shows that the people who are living out of other countries are sending their money to the other countries. We can see in the Mexico in 2011, we can see the people who send the money is $24 billion people send their money back to their home country uh, for their parents living and pay for their children's education. And we can see in the Philips was also $34 billion has been sent to their home countries. So some countries have developed a fund to collect all the money of the people and send to their home country at a direct way by their children or their family members. So this is the end of this project and the presentation. So thank you for giving me this great opportunity from my geography teacher in the school. Thank you. Have a nice day.